Hello everyone, welcome to another video of the monthly analysis of the Indian share market. In this video, I'm going to share my analysis of the Indian share market's performance for the just concluded month of October. I'm going to talk about these 7 points. I'll share the headlines of the month, followed by key market indices performance, sectors performance, IPO, OFS, and other market activities. I'll then present the gold, silver, USD to INR, and oil price variations, followed by top 10 global economies performance. And at the end, I'll share the future outlook and the conclusion. So let's see each of these points in some detail. Before moving on, please read the entire disclaimer carefully. So check out the headlines of the month first of all. For the Indian share market, Sensex and Nifty records strong monthly gains in the month of October. Nifty achieves record turnover of $103 billion for the month. Positive start for the Q2 earnings season. There is a renewed optimism on India US trade deal, and SEBI floats proposal on AMC expense ratios. Let's now check out the international market news. US China trade tensions ease after the summit. US Federal Reserve delivers second rate cut. Global growth outlook remains cautious. Big tech AI spending has raised concerns now, and ECB holds key interest rates steady. Let's now move on to the performance of the broader indices in the month of October. So, this graph shows the performance of the five broader indices of the Indian share market and their performance in the month of October. So, Nifty 50 has given a return of 4.62%, very good returns. Nifty Next 50 gave returns of 2.97%. Nifty Mid Cap 100 5.84%. Nifty Small Cap 3.74%, and Nifty 500 as a whole gave a return of 4.37%. So, massive month for the Indian share market in terms of returns. All the broader indices has given significant returns in the month of October. Let us now move on to the performance of the sectors and see how the major sectors have performed in the month of October. So this graph shows the returns of major sectors in the October month. Now, as you can see, only media is one sector which has given negative returns in the October month. Other than that, all the other sectors have given positive returns, with capital market is being the leader with 9.38, so as this realty sector with 9.22. PSU Bank 8.74 also has given massive returns. So, as you can see, most of the sectors have given very good returns in the month of October. Let's now move on to the IPOs, OFS, and other market activities that took place in the month. So, in the IPO space, in the main board segment, 12 IPOs were open for subscription in the month of October, and there were listing of 17 IPOs. In SME segment, 23 opened for subscription, and the listing and 35 got listed on the on NSE and BSE. As far as OFS goes, there was only one OFS in the month of October. That was of Keystone Realtors Limited. Now, SEBI, as usual, has taken several major actions in October as well. I have listed down few of them. First is the proposed overhaul of mutual fund regulations, TER and brokerage. So SEBI is proposing to basically, uh, first of all, improve the transparency so that the charges levied by the government and the charges levied by the brokerage house or the AMC should be clearly segregated and visible. So let's see how it goes. It's a proposal as of now. Next is the introduction of validate UPI handles and SEBI check. Third is the rationalization of related party transactions, that is RPT disclosures. And fourth is the insider trading crackdowns and adjudication orders. So there was one regarding IEX. So like every other month, so SEBI has taken very strict actions against the players who try to commit foul in the Indian share market. Miscellaneous FIIs and DIIs. FIIs are again net sellers, though they uh, bought a significant amount during the first half of the or first 3 weeks of the month, but by the end of the month they remain the net sellers with 2347 crore rupees net selling in the cash market, whereas the DIIs keep on buying in the cash market, and their net buying was of 52,794 crore rupees in October. Mutual fund SIPs, so September data came out in October, and the data again showed that the mutual funds SIPs has again increased, and now it has 29,361 crore rupees. Bitcoin price uh, came down from 1 crore rupees after several months, and by the end of October it was somewhere around 97 lakh 39,000 around. Okay, now let's move on to the gold silver prices. So the gold was closed at around 1,20,450 rupees for 24 karat gold per 10 grams. Now the gold prices were very volatile. Both gold and silver prices were very volatile in October. Gold reached a high of 1,32,294, whereas a low of 1,17,628 in October. For silver, again, it was even more volatile than gold. It closed at around 148 to 87 per kilogram, but at one time around Diwali, it reached at 1,95,000 per kilogram. It touched a low of 146,550 as well in the month of October. Now, for USD to INR exchange rate, it closed at around 88.78 rupees against 1 USD. Highest it went was 88.81, and the lowest it went was 87.74 rupees per USD. For oil, the oil prices have started to go up now from last a month or so. Brent, the highest was 72.15 per barrel, lowest was 66.40. WTI highest was 68.90 per barrel, whereas the lowest was 63.10. Let's now check out the performance of top 10 global economies. So all the economies at least gave positive returns in the month of October, with Japan as the clear winner with 16.64% in a single month. And just to remind you, this is much higher than their annual returns. So the Japanese markets have given more than 16% return in a single month, which is, I mean, unthinkable. It is not even in a whole year this market gives that much of returns. As I mentioned earlier, Indian market has performed very well as well, and it has given a 4.51% returns in the month of October. US market too performed well with 2.27%, followed by Brazil with 2.26% and France with 2.85. UK too performed very well with 3.92%, China 1.85%, followed by Italy with 1.05, Canada with 0.79, and Germany was the worst performing market among the top 10 markets in the world with 0.32% returns. Let's finally see the future outlook and the conclusion for the month of October. So, for the future outlook, The corporate earnings season is still ongoing. Q2 financial year 26 corporate earnings season. There were uh, quite a number of good results as well. So the hopes are high. Let's see how it pans out in the rest of the month. Sector rotation is a key observation for the month of November. It has been observed historically that the money moves from large caps to mid and small caps during the month of November. So it's another thing to look out for in the upcoming month. FIIs and DIIs flows now, though FIIs were net sellers in the month of October, but for the major time of the month, they actually bought significant amount of equities in the Indian share market. So the hope is still there that the FIIs will resume buying, and if they do so, then it would be good for the Indian share market. Next is the global geopolitical and trade policy developments. Now, this is something which always impacts all the markets in the world. India US trade policy, there were few developments in that front, and the hope is still there that India and USA are going to agree on a trade policy. Next is the monthly macroeconomic data releases. Now, this is going to be very important, and this could actually decide the direction of the Indian share market, because Indian share market almost touched its all-time high. Although it was not able to actually touch the all-time high, but it went very near to the all-time high in the month of October. So these type of data are going to play a major role if it has to breach that all-time high number. And finally, the oil price trajectory. As I mentioned earlier briefly, oil prices across the world has started to move up, and the experts are actually of the view that in the next year or so, the oil prices might jump or might increase a significant by a significant amount. So this is going to be one area where every investor should actually pay attention to. Okay, so finally, the Indian share market's performance in October can be concluded as a period of broad based strength and resilience driven by domestic liquidity as usual, despite facing pressure from cautious global cues and FII outflows towards the end of the month. The long awaited India American treaty can provide a major boost to the Indian share market in coming months. So that is all from my side in this video. Thanks for watching it. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Goodbye and happy investing.